Team, welcome to another edition of Raising Havana. This is episode 24, and today she got to go and meet our physio. So there's two things that Havana hasn't technically done yet. She's not met very many people out and about in terms of actual genuine interaction, and she hasn't met someone inside somewhere else. She's never been in anyone's house, obviously. And so what I wanted to do was introduce her to that concept, and I thought there was no better way of doing that than meeting with our physiotherapist. So this physio is called Carly. She runs New Forest Veterinary Physiotherapy, and she's absolutely amazing at what she does, and I refer most of my behaviour students and, you know, to be honest, a lot of my students to her for any physical issues they might be having, any discomfort. She does hydrotherapy as well. She's a vet nurse. She's just all around amazing. And I wanted Havana to go and meet her. So that's what we did today. You'll see, first of all, that we did a little bit of loose lead walking outside of her clinic, and she did so well. So what I loved was how much more engaged she is. You'll see in the video that she's checking in a lot more. This is a new place. She's never been here before. She's checking in consistently. She's walking by my side. I wouldn't necessarily mind if she was a little bit further ahead or a little bit behind. You know, no issues. But overall, really doing very well. We found a big distraction though. We like chasing leaves. I didn't get that on video, but we do like chasing leaves, which does cause her to pull a little bit. So that's something we're going to have to work on. We're going to have to work on her impulse control around fast-moving leaves. Which, you know, is quite a fun problem to have, I suppose. From there, we went in and met Carly, and you can see that she's still quite hesitant. So the one thing that we didn't do is rush it. We didn't sit there and push her to interact with Carly at all. Carly just sat on the floor, I sat on the floor, and we just let Havana explore the clinic. So you'll see this in this short little snippet. Carly tries to get Havana to come over and say hi. Doesn't really go, you know, she's not really interested, but it doesn't matter. Because it's just about Havana getting used to that environment. So putting pressure on Havana here serves no purpose. There's no point forcing her to interact with Carly if she doesn't want to. So instead, we just did some fun training. So I would scatter some food down for her to go and investigate the rest of the clinic with. She would go and use her nose, which obviously is really important. And you'll see in this video as well, anyone who's been following these videos consistently, you'll see how much more she uses her noses in a new environment. Even when there's food around, the fact that her nose is down and she's sniffing and she's engaging with the environment is fantastic, because that's going to help drastically build her confidence. From there, we also practice just some behaviours that I know she does really well. So we practice paws up on a wobble cushion, which is something she's never seen before. And again, her confidence shined through. She was able to do it and hang out there and do her little tail wag, and overall be quite enthusiastic about doing that, while Carly was quite near her as well. So that was really good. And then we moved on to some coin indication work. So you'll see, full disclosure, she's a little bit hesitant of the hydrotherapy tank. The reason for that is I threw a treat there, it went underneath, she tried to go and get it and she banged her head. So a little bit unsure of that, which is why you can kind of see she's left a treat. But there's no worries, you know, not going to force anything. Instead, we'll just focus on our coin indication game. She showed me no indication, no pun intended, that when we were playing the indication game, she was too distressed actually playing it. So we kept on going with that. And overall she did well. I also made a point of scattering some treats down on one of Carly's mats, because all of the other dogs that day had been on that mat, so I just wanted her to get used to the smell of those other dogs and build a nice positive association with the smell of the clinic as well, because it probably smelled quite different to her, with the need to obviously be cleaned down after every client and things like that.